Hello, everybody! Welcome to Hamster's Hobbying. I can tell everyone loved that.
Just gonna lower your volume a bit. Don't mind me.
Oh, sure.
There we go. Yeah, that's probably nice and balanced now.
Good. Well, I'm glad we had a very aggressive test for levels then.
Yeah, no, that really that did everything I needed to know.
Okay, great.
Yeah, how's everybody doing today?
Fine. I mean, just seconds ago, I thought the place had burned down. So,
You actually bought that for a bit?
for a second, well, I didn't buy. Not when you said it, but when you were like, "Man, wait, you probably don't even know what's going on, right?" I was like, "Wait, what? Huh? What?" I thought there was actual stuff happening.
There is actual stuff happening, just nothing bad. Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Um.
Depending on how you look at it, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm only kidding, Chris. It's good stuff.
Ah. There we go.
Anyway,
Getting the music
hi
going.
everyone.
Hey, welcome to Hamster's Hobby Hang, as Hamster himself said, because he's the one that's actually the host of this. Getting the audio levels right. This is the show where some of us at Dwarven Forge, kind of a rotating cast, sort of. Well, not really rotating. We have the same kind of core group of people, but it fluctuates a bit. Hopefully, with more people soon as we get moving back into the office. This is the show where we paint or sculpt or do other kinds of crafts. And today, we've got me, Hamster, and Mace.
Woohoo!
And what kind of stuff are we working on today? Hamster, what do you got right there?
I have another counterblast astronaut. Because I loved working on the last one, and I'm kind of making them all different mercenaries, so similar, but I'm just gonna go off the top of my head and see how it turns out.
Nice. Mace, what are you doing?
I'm drawing.
Perfect. Just making sure the camera stuff is good. I got options again today. Last week I got through 2 of the Kraken ships miniatures, and I was kind of happy with the way they came out. I did one of their Shellon. I did both of the monks. I did the Shellon monk, which the Shellon is the name for his turtles, basically his turtle folk. And then I did one of the Grimmelkind, which is his big cats race, basically. It was like a tiger was that one. So I got 2 of the Kraken ships here again. This one is a... Oh, wow, that's pretty bright. Let me stop this down. Got this one. It's like a lion... A little lion, fighter? Paladin? Something like that. He could be a fighter, he could be a paladin, he could be a couple things. Then I've also got Grimmelkind, a cat bard with a little hat outstretched, asking for money. So I got those 2, and then since I finished all my orcs from Ragecraft, I was looking and I'm like, I've got 2 more things from Ragecraft that I haven't painted yet. And one of these I'm probably going to do tonight. It's just whether I'm going to do it on stream or I guess during the time that Critical Role usually is. It's the Fallen Queen, I think is what it's called. It's a very cool sculpt. It's not assembled at the moment, but she's got like this throne of skulls and stuff. That's very cool that she mounts on, and then she slots in like there to give her that kind of thing, and then I got to put the head and the arms on. But I think she might be useful in my home game soon, so I wanted to get her prepped. I think she would be a good representation on one of the things we got to do. But yeah, so those are the things I'm looking at right now. Either way, I'm gonna base all of them first while I figure out which one I want to do. But yeah, see, we got a lot of the regulars here.
Nice. A while ago I bought these new brand of paints called Turbo Dork, and I got a lot of the kind of color shift things, and I still have this idea for Cyberpunk Sisters of Battle, so I thought about maybe trying to use some of these, so I'm gonna test them out today, see how they work.
Oh, let me stop this back up. Do you guys take commissions from Ranger Drake's son? Hamster, are you doing commissions? Hamster's the one who's actually, like, the professional mini painter. Like, that's his job at the company.
I am currently working on some commissions. I'm probably not going to take any right now because I'm a little bit behind, having moved and everything. But if you follow my Instagram at Mojo Hamster Minis, I will let you know when I'm have commissions back open.
I'm not yet at the point where I feel comfortable taking commissions. I'm still fairly new to mini painting, and yeah, Hamster's really, really good though. You should follow his Instagram.
You've said
just to
it,
see
though.
the stuff he does.
Your progress since you started painting is like insane, though.
We'll see.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, but you're really nice. Like a pretty chroma keyboard? Yeah, baby. I like it. Gilded Poison is here. Atomic Walrus. Did y'all see that Matt Mercer's going to be playing in the new game they're doing this summer? Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
I was talking to one of my friends, Raz, about it. Over the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about it as they've been getting close to the end of C2. And I've been saying, like, it feels like they need to do something to shake up the cast a bit. But at the same time, it's like, I don't think people would want to watch, at least currently, I don't think they'd want to watch the main campaign with anything other than, like, what the original cast is. I think the way they're doing it right now, they're doing, like, an 8-episode miniseries, DM'd by Abria Iyengar, she's fantastic. Like, we got to work with her a bit ago. She's very, very good, so I'm excited about that. And Matt, Liam, and Ashley are playing in it, I think, and then they have some other guests who are rounding out the cast. And I think that's a good direction to go. I think that, in general, I think that shorter stories are honestly preferable most of the time to, like, a year's stretching campaign. Shorter, more focused stories, I think, are a good way to go, just because, like, man, like a live play show is a large commitment for both the actors and the audience. And so having one that is 8 weeks, like, it's one of the things that's cool about Dimension 20, right? Is like they have like a number of campaigns, but the time commitment to watch all the way through one of them isn't nearly as bad. So it's so much easier to just like commit and watch through the whole thing. But yeah. Ham is painting My Lord's Thoth's Charge by Raoul Partha.
Yeah, those are some like historic minis. A historic Dragonlance character, historic miniatures company. They're from like the 90s, out of production.
I've heard Raoul Partha a couple times, but yeah, I don't really know anything about them.
They were just one of the legendary companies that it was like at the first boom of tabletop.
What happened?
Just have some iconic. I don't exactly know the history, but they gone.
That's
they
fair.
Gone.
Voice of She-Ra? Yeah. They also got Prompto from Final Fantasy 15, so I'm pretty excited about that. It's no Ray Chase, but no, I kid. Prompto was very good. He's a lot of people's favorite character from 15, and I understand why. I don't know who my favorite is, actually. I really like 15 just as a whole. I like the long arcing story, but you do hear from a lot of people who don't want to get in because they're so behind. I think it lets you do more, right? Like, that's the thing, is having, like, one campaign that is very long over time, like, there's definitely an appeal to getting to see something that long form. But, like, then that ties you into doing that one story for a very long time. I think doing a series of shorter campaigns, maybe alongside that, you know, years-long, hundreds of hours show, it lets you flesh out more things, right? And it's easier to go back and rewatch that, and it lets you tell more focused stories. Because there's, I guess, also, like, the thing is, like, it's like the difference between a TV show and a movie, right? Like the different length of time and the different amount of focus you get to have lets you do different things narratively. So I think shorter series, like an 8-week, I think the fact that they know this is, like, going to be 8 weeks, I think means that it's going to be a more plot-driven than character-driven thing. So it's going to have a different style to it than a like a regular Critical Role campaign. But I think that's a good thing. It's more variety. Lets you tell different kinds of stories. Because like the kind of stories you would say in a TV show are different than the kinds of stories you do in a miniseries, which are different than the kinds of stories you do in a movie. Just because the different constraints, the different medium, makes it better fit for different kinds of storytelling. I love the capacity of the Critical Role team to tell stories through character development for the long type campaigns. That's fair. See, I'm a binge watcher anyway, so I don't know. I don't care what the content is or how long. I'm gonna watch it regardless. That's fair. Hey, Lori. Thank you for the hi. Oh, she's not here, but she said to say hi. Man, you want to talk about a good painter? That's somebody that'd be really good to get commissions from. Lori Z does phenomenal custom paint jobs. She's done some.
Oh yeah, I've seen them around the Discord.
She's done some really cool stuff with our pieces. I'm just thinking of the hours of viewing that I've poured into Greetings Adventurers. Short can be good, but years of viewing has its own perks. Yeah, they let you do different things. And I think the fact that they are expanding into mini-series style shows, because like everybody talks about how good Undeadwood was, right? So imagine having stuff like that on a constant basis. I don't know. It lets you get more people in, lets you diversify what you're putting out there, both cast-wise and like actual story-wise. I think it's a good thing. I think they're making good moves. Hey, Gentleman Wake, how you doing? Monday night short arcs with a rotating cast. Thursday night long arc with the main cast and occasional guest. That's my vote. Yeah. They will come back for C3, right? Didn't they say they were doing C3 after this 8-week thing? I'm pretty sure they confirmed that, didn't they? Or was that just our assumptions? So what we're listening to right now is Amy Waters just put out a new album over the last week, and I haven't listened to it yet, actually.
Oh dang, I gotta check that out too.
It's very ambient.
I love that.
It's called Nakazora. I haven't read up entirely on what the inspiration behind it is or anything, but I assume that it's some sort of concept album. It's got some interesting vocals to it. It's a different feel than what we were listening to last week for sure. It's good stuff, though. Undeadwood was a lot of fun to watch, no doubt. Yeah. And so I'm excited for them to... Because, like, here's the thing. It also... With them being placed in the same world as the long campaign as well, it lets them tell stories that wouldn't make sense to put in the main campaign, right? Lets you flesh out parts of the worlds that maybe it's hard to justify going to in one of the main campaigns. It lets you maybe go and address something that got referenced in a main campaign, and then you can do a mini-series arc kind of showing what went on there. I think there's a lot of good stuff that can happen with it. I think they're making smart moves.
Boy, this is a good question. If you could design any one set piece for Dwarven Forge, what would you want and why?
Wow. Any one set piece. So something that basically you drop it on the table and it's like something like a pedestal of pain situation. Something like something like a Titan's Tooth.
I would, I don't think it really counts, but I would probably do a dice tower.
That'd be cool, like a terrain dice tower.
Yeah, like something that either blends in with our castle tower or just something that fits the scenery in a way. Like, it'd be really cool to have a volcano mountain where you pop a dice in and then something pops out at the bottom.
Whoa, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
I really do like the idea of like a functioning windmill or water wheel.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be cool.
With like playable space, you know?
That'd be cool.
Atomic Walrus says that totally counts. The dice tower thing.
Alright.
Chris, really not going to say modular ships, huh? A modular ship wouldn't be a set piece, though. It would have to be a bread and butter set put together. Although, a really cool crow's nest could be interesting. I think the thing that I would love to do if we ever do modular ships would be finding a way to do playable rigging.
Oh yeah, that'd be sweet.
A dome to put on the 6-inch castle tower lets you make a windmill or observatory. Put LEDs and smoke in it. Bank's credit card on table violently. It is interesting. I'm curious how people feel. Like, how do people feel about that compass from Wildlands? Like, do things that are like little accessories and not necessarily just terrain pieces, like that compass could potentially actually be used for terrain. You could drop it in and say like it's representing something, you know? But like it was meant to be like not actual terrain. Do things like that, do accessories interest you guys? But like made out of dwarvenite. I don't know if anybody ever breaks their dice towers, but you know. I like it a lot. I hope future Kickstarters do more compasses. We do like a collectible compass every campaign so that you can like track like instead of a tote bag, because I think it's kind of what the tote bags are used for. Is it's like I got a tote bag from every campaign.
Compass definitely cooler than the tote bag. As cool as the art on the tote bags is really sweet.
Yeah, I feel like the tote bags are something that either somebody uses a lot or not at all. Like the opinions on the tote bag change pretty wildly based on whether or not people have use for the tote bags. Because some people don't really use their dwarvenite in a way where they need the tote bags, and they also don't like use them for shopping or anything. But I know we use our tote bags for like groceries and a bunch of stuff because, you know, like a lot of places we're trying not to like use we're trying to do reusable bags, right? Tiny accessories are lifeblood. My players love them. I guess that's true. You know, our terrain, most of the stuff that we make is for DMs. But I guess the compass is like a... Compass and accessories are cool things that can like be for the players as well, you know? I'm vibing out to this music pretty hard, honestly.
Nice, vibe out, man.
It's really good, just like stop and think music, which is unfortunate because I'm supposed to be entertaining people right now. Wildlands compass, I like it, and we'll be using it in place of an index card with a compass rose on it. Yeah, that's fair, especially if you're using like a large build. Being able to like have it there is nice. Hellscape and Wildlands art is so good. Yeah, Felipe is great. My state is phasing out single-use plastic bags, so I appreciate cool Dwarven Forge bags. Yeah. Compass helps clarify where people want to move. Yeah. Especially when you're in a situation where like people are around the table, so that everybody isn't looking from the same point of view. So then directions are hard sometimes. Although I do wonder how many people are going to very easily be able to slide into, like, using north and east and everything at their tables. Only one way to find out, I guess. Either way, I mean, as a free little thing people get, I think it's cool. It's very pretty. I should actually move this to catch the thing I'm working on, huh? There we go.
Mace, what are you drawing?
I was just gonna ask what should I draw, because I kind of just keep drawing squiggles looking for inspiration.
Draw a blueprint for a dice tower. A volcano dice tower.
Yeah, that'd be cool. What the thing that you mentioned?
It should be backwards compatible with Aranthor, right?
Probably.
Absolutely.
Put a fogger hole so you can have smoke coming out of the top of it, and then you drop a dice in and it comes out the...
Alright. I'll do some disjustice to our terrain. I don't care being a little heinous.
Disjustice?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the word for it, yeah.
It's definitely not, but it's what I'm gonna be doing.
God, that's so funny. Disjustice.
It ain't that justice.
For
Yeah, I like it better.
desserts. This justice for dissertation. Sorry. I'm done.
I don't believe you, but yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Draw your dice tower. Yeah, using northeast southwest makes perfect sense to me at the table for those who can't easily reach. Yeah, I think you just got to train the players to like look at it. But if everybody's actually looking at it and thinking about it in those terms, it'll probably be pretty easy. Man, I love fun sculpts. Strata, people doing the wheelchair minis, posted a picture of the sculpt for the monk wheelchair that's coming out. And it's got a very cool pose.
Nice.
It's
Show us it with your physical body. Like stand up and show us the pose.
One moment. Oh god, my cat was right under the chair. Why? So, she's in a wheelchair that's got one wheel in the front. It's like the wheelchairs they use for like racing. So 2 wheels in the back, 1 wheel in the front, kind of pointed like a triangle. And she's like racing down a slope, and she's tilted up on the first wheel. She's got the staff like behind her back. And she's like launching forward with the staff like behind her head. I don't have the actual range of movement here to I don't have a large enough space to like get my full body on camera. So as good as I can get. She's like launching herself forward. It's very good. Check out the Curse of Volcar. It's a marble dice tower volcano. About to paint some Tudor roofs. Nice. Odd question, what medicine place gave you blue bottles? Do you have blue medicine bottles, Hamster?
Oh, this is a pharmacy. I think they're exclusive to New York right now, or at least big cities. It's called Capsule, and they're like a delivery pharmacy. And they have the blue bottles.
Not as good as the DiGiorno
Is
pharmacy,
that the
but
vitamin one?
It's not delivery, it's Capsule.
Woof. Woof. I'm sure I've got every little bit covered.
So it turns out I don't like
Us?
having to well, no. I love you guys. I don't like having to remember our pieces and then try to replicate them on paper and then assume the geometry works, and then also invent a new piece.
Well, you better get
So
used to it
I'm
because
not-
you're pitching this on Monday, so you better get used to it.
But I'm not though, because Monday is the day that I'm gonna be out all of a sudden. I just had an emergency come up. The place is on
You
fire.
just
so
did,
I can't
huh?
Come in. Yeah, I can't come in. Place is on fire.
Yeah, the place is gonna be
Oh,
burning down
no.
on Monday.
Oh, that's right. I think that was on the calendar because Mace makes the calendar.
Yeah.
I just got an email. Fire Monday.
I think that's all of him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure his entire body has been primed.
What if I make like SpongeBob Simpson?
What? SpongeBob, but as a Simpsons character?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he's already yellow, so it's something, but...
I don't know. I'm gonna make a monkey. I don't care.
Yes, monkeys!
Monkeys.
Guys, check out Monkey's Paw.
No, let's not.
Mace makes clothing and mugs and stuff like that under Monkey's Paw, and it's very fun.
Thanks.
Very good
It's a
designs.
good brand.
Good brand.
Thanks.
Oh, Mace, the sticker you gave me for your birthday is on my phone now.
Nice.
So-
Yumi and I think Is it Miles? We have matching phone stickers.
It's to schedule those annual fires, much more motivating than a basic drill. Yeah. All the years of the orange kind. You got a monkey paw shirt you have modeled?
Oh, true that.
When are we gonna go modeling, Mace?
We can do it anytime this month, actually.
Nice.
We can, actually this month might be super busy, especially since the, workshop burned down. So we can do it this summer for sure, but...
Nice. Yeah, I mean, after the,
We'll
you know, because we're not gonna survive this fire. Like we're done as soon as the fire happens.
No.
Yeah.
I'm definitely planning on coming in to work dead on Monday. Like, this is not gonna work for me.
Yeah, I figured. So yeah, so we're gonna do. Hey, Finley Sharts, how you doing? Yeah, so we're gonna have to find stuff to do anyways. Let's see. Is there anything I'm missing? Okay. You send Mace the pic.
Then what?
Nerbatcher says he sent you the pic of him modeling your shirt.
Oh, yeah. I have it somewhere. Oh, it might be in my old phone, actually.
Old phone? Who was that?
I got a new phone when I went to Iowa.
They have good phones there?
Oh, yeah, they have the best phones. It goes
Phone
beef,
capital of the world, surprisingly.
phone, and then corn. That's what we export.
Oh yeah, they got all those towers out there.
Yep.
Out in the cornfields.
I can't tell if this monkey should be possessed or a nice little chimp.
I think if it's ever a question if a monkey should be possessed, it's definitely.
What if he's possessed?
Okay.
What if he's possessed, but it's
Right.
by a benevolent spirit who just wants to help people?
Aw. What a nice little monkey.
Like a monkey that's been like possessed by Casper.
Oh, okay. That makes this monkey more enjoyable. Okay, yeah. It's a ghost monkey. The funky monkey.
A ghost monkey that just keeps trying to help, but he always like bumbles things.
Really, I'm trying to play with some of the pens and markers that are loaded on this iPad because I got way too comfortable with one. And I'd like to kind of know what the range is like.
So behind I'm painting my Dwarven
Okay.
Forge. I try to get all set up to do a bit here and there, but I've been so busy with other things lately I've done nothing in months. Dude, I've had my Hellscape for a while, and I'm maybe a third of the way through the terrain. I painted all the non-terrain stuff. And then I painted the big pieces. I painted my Pedestal of Pain, I painted my Volcano. I painted the large banks. I still have quite a bit of stuff, though, that I need to paint. I haven't painted any of my magma rivers. Although, in theory, those should take less time than, like, the banks, because most of it is going to still just be the transparent yellow instead of having to cover it up with stone and all that.
I have gotten terrain since Caverns Deep, and I haven't opened a single box yet.
The problem with us getting terrain is that we can just get whatever we want from the office. You know?
Well, right, exactly. So I haven't been motivated to paint it.
So, like, unless we want to do, like, alternate paint schemes or something, there's not a whole lot of reason to get our own. But, I mean, there's no reason not to get it, right?
Well, because of how small my apartment in New York City is in general, and how big the size of Dwarvenite is and the storage, I always pick somebody that I know to receive my Dwarvenite, and then they owe me their life, basically based on that.
Man, you do...
Alright.
You've made a lot of people owe you their lives for a lot of various reasons.
Well, I mean,
You seem really, really concerned with getting a lot of people to owe you their lives.
well, they're not going to give me money, and I have to beat Bezos somehow.
So I just need to outlive him.
need to outlive him, but then also if people owe me their lives, they will have to die for me when it turns Mace Army versus Bezos Army.
They'll die fighting the drones.
Yeah, by the way, if that ever does happen, we have to go to a new streaming service. My apologies.
Oh,
That's
right.
a really good point.
Or I just will leave Hobby hanging. You guys can enjoy.
If we go to
It's
Facebook,
not Hobby Hang without Mace.
if we go to Facebook
Well,
Live,
that's not true because we did an entire month without it. But
imagine if we go to Facebook Live.
I can.
No.
I'm actually in talks with little Mark Zuckerberg right now.
Marky
should
Mark
we need
Zuckerberg.
to change over?
There's absolutely footage somewhere of Mark Zuckerberg singing Beastie Boys at karaoke. That exists. That has to.
I mean, if there's footage of him cooking with Sweet Baby Ray's,
That's
then
what I'm
there has-
saying. He's an awkward enough guy that he has absolutely been like, yeah, you know what'll be fun and make me seem masculine? If I just get up and shout sabotage for the next 4 minutes.
Do you think that he's like... So with the aliens and everything, I feel like he has enough money and probably enough dirt on people in the CIA and just the government in general from Facebook that he may be part alien at this point. Or definitely is like
Part.
hanging out with aliens.
So you're
He just
implying
broke into Area 51.
so you're implying he found a way to get some human DNA.
No,
And he's
that
not,
he
and
started
he's
maybe...
not full alien. I'm pretty sure he started
Right?
full alien.
You think he started full alien?
Yes.
Okay. I do not agree with that. We, agree to disagree. I'll ask Mark when I see him, and he will let us know which is the case.
Yeah, we got our poker game tonight, so we can
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, we can ask
You
him
guys
then.
poker night?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, you and Mark?
Yeah, he's actually he's actually built like a platform specifically for playing poker. For playing cards. It's called Poker Facebook.
God.
Yeah. Shockingly bad.
That's so weird
Shockingly
because
good
that is
at it.
not the one that he and I use.
Yeah. He's shockingly good at it. I think because it's just hard to read him at all. I have 3 pieces painted from Caverns Deep and nothing from Hellscape. Oh man. How reliable are these rockets now? I leave for Topulus says I leave for 5 minutes and now we're talking about lizard people. Not lizards necessarily. I think lizards are a little too grounded on this earth to the lizard people are too natural to be Zuckerberg. Reptilians. Let's see. I think oh no, missed a spot here. Put that in there. Man, I really like Ragecraft stuff. I should send them. Hamster, when are you in the office next? Is it just because of all the moving stuff?
Tomorrow. Yes,
Oh,
yes. Tomorrow.
I'm gonna be there tomorrow. We're working on the production room stuff.
Oh, good. Yeah, I forgot I have to base your orcs.
Yes, on a true story, if possible.
God.
Awesome. Yeah, because I would really like to get like a nice picture of all of them, of like that whole squad together, and send it to the people at Ragecraft. Because they're a small studio and they're like very nice, and they like respond personally to me when they like contacted me. I've had like a back and forth with them because they like contacted me a couple months back because I had like made my 3rd purchase or something, and they're like, "Hey, we just wanted to say thank you for being like a repeat customer," and it wasn't like a robot message. It was just them like typing things with actual like specific details to the situation, and I was like, "Yeah, I really like this stuff," and was talking about it and all that, and they're really nice.
I'm grabbing my files right now, so I don't forget.
Do you know anything about the paint bundles from MSP on Pipped? Which set do I want? Yeah, I actually got a paint set off of there. That's the big set that I've been using at home. I moved my Reaper starter set to the office so that I can do some painting there. Between that and then like the Picorni paints and other stuff that we have at the office. But Most of the paints we have at the office are really meant more for terrain than minis. So I have some of the Reaper stuff there just because I'm more used to how it works with minis. But I have my... I remember what set I think it was I need to look up like what specific set it was I got from Pipped, but it's a really good deal. I'm really happy with it. I got a lot of shades off of it. Actually having like a pre-mixed pink is so nice.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like pink is pretty hard to come by. At least a good one. So I was always having to mix it myself, and then, you know, being consistent with your mixes is always a pain.
I feel that.
You're the expert. You can't... You have no problems with it.
That's not
Oh,
true.
I do.
I remember one time last year where both you and Aaron were kind of like staring into this puddle of paint and kind of like, there is no paint god. Like,
Yes!
I think you were trying to get just Dwarvenite gray even.
We're trying to match something. Like, color matching is the bane of my existence.
Isn't that why you guys were like, yeah, we need to just add this as a pre-mixed color?
Yes, yes. Well, and it'll just be useful, you know, like.
Yeah.
But also yes, so we don't have to mix it every time.
Well, hopefully the way things are going, we're expanding our customer base, and I think we're getting more hobbyists, so it might get easier to justify more paint products, you know?
Absolutely.
We're making good steps. The last year has been very good for us in terms of trying new things, reaching new people, and having it actually work.
Yeah.
Now all we need to do is do stuff with, like, start the wargaming stuff and have that, like, land.
Amen.
We didn't quite get the results we wanted out of the wargaming stuff we tried. But some of that's because we weren't able to do a lot of it because of the pandemic.
Yeah. I'm really bummed we had, you know, Adepticon got canceled.
Yeah, we had all these big plans for, like, the Adepticon reveal, and...
We were booked. The flights were booked and everything.
Do you know if Adepticon for this upcoming year is on?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, bummer. I think it would have happened already, like in March.
No, I know. I was gonna say like 2022.
Oh, probably. I don't think they made an official announcement, but hopefully it is.
Well, we have to start keeping our brains ready for potential convention stuff. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. I follow their Facebook page, so as soon as they make an announcement,
Was it the 54 or the 108? I got the 108, and I don't regret it. It's been very useful. When does that little tower set and those other reconfigs come out? Most of them are coming in the restock after this next one.
Pretty soon.
Yeah, we don't have an exact day for it because the ship hasn't left yet, I don't think. And then, you know, there's all the... Shipping is so weird right now. So it's slated for early fall, I think, is our best guess. And that's going to have most of the reconfigs except the dungeon reconfigs, I believe.
Nice. Oh, Topulus says that they did announce that they're on for 2022, so that's great.
March 23rd to 20... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, because, yeah, they were a spring convention, so we weren't quite actually ready yet this year.
Golden Demon! That's on my bucket list, to enter the Golden Demon painting competition that I used to marvel in White Dwarf magazine as a kid at all the winners.
Weren't you going to repaint the first mini you ever painted? Not like repaint the same one, but
Yes. I still have a bunch of the metal ghouls blister. And I had painted it just kind of for nostalgia. But then when they announced that Golden Demon was coming to the US again, I was going to touch it up and, you know, not necessarily to win, but make it a good result and just to say that I entered. But now that I have more time in advance, I might maybe take a look at the categories and enter a few categories.
Woo.
I have a whole jot list of ideas for different categories. Because the thing about, so like if you enter Golden Demon and you do like 40k single miniature or like Warhammer or like fantasy single miniature, those are the most popular categories. So you have like the world-renowned painters entering them. So I had an idea for like this one of their specialist game categories where they have like just kind of their odd smaller box games. There's this one where they have little ships flying around. It's like Aeronauticus or something. Someone help me with that. That's not right, but something with that I had an idea for. And I also bought this like limited Forge World Hobbit miniature of Bilbo. So Lord of the Rings is typically doesn't have quite as many entries, so I might paint that up. Actually, I was gonna look into the I might be against the rules, but for the base, I was gonna use the Dwarven Forge piece and see if that would be legal.
Ooh.
That'd be kind of fun. Like put him. I want to convert him like holding a lantern, and if he's going through like one of our dungeons or something.
It's cool.
But it might have to be scratch build. I'm not sure. I'd have to look.
So, fire, the hottest point is yellow. White. What's the
White,
hottest?
white, blue.
You know what? I actually am starting to add less yellow to my fire. Like I even did some of it on the Hellscape, but there is actually not a lot of yellow. It's gonna be more orange.
Okay.
I think that's why. Do you remember seeing that little dwarf in the moonlight holding the torch? I think that's why that torch turned out so well, is I did less yellow and more orange.
Maybe I'll do like a couple of spickles of yellow, but nothing.
Yeah, just
too...
a little bit.
Yeah.
Give him some spickles.
Or I guess what I'll add some yellow, but I'll still glaze over it with some of the orange. So like it's gonna be brighter and have some yellow to it, but not like pure yellow.
I have a like the furthest color from the focal point is red. That's kind of like the encompassing whole thing. And then we have a pretty good base of orange and then a few specks of yellow. I'm drawing a cigarette. I'm disappointing my parents right now.
There you go.
You start hanging out with the wrong kids, next thing you know, you're drawing cigarettes.
Well, it's true.
If you're not careful, you can have trouble drawing lungs. Let's see. Go. Oh man, there's so much assembly with Ragecraft. They're more wargamey figures, so I guess that's why, but... I think it depends on the category. The song in the background sounds very Blade Runner-like. Yeah, well, Amy loves Blade Runner, and, you know, she does, like, heavy synth stuff. So, I think it's very likely you're going to see some inspiration behind that. She's done a couple covers of Blade Runner songs. I'd play them if I wasn't afraid. Well, actually, the covers are usually fine. But movie soundtracks can be pretty litigious. It depends on the category.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Nice, it's that time again.
It's that time.
That in there. Somebody had entered that painting competition in the Discord. I'm trying to remember who it was.
Golden Demon?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's still in the UK every year, multiple times, and in different parts of Europe and stuff. So I'll bet there's quite a few. If you're near like Warhammer World and stuff.
It was like a past thing. I'm pretty sure. They were just like talking about like, what their experience was doing it.
Dang, I want to look at that.
Yeah. I think it might have been Kraid. Kraid might have done it before.
Oh, cool.
Because Kraid's painted a lot of Warhammer stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's tough with the competition because it's always the question of like, how do you judge art, right?
Yeah.
And like, Games Workshop has their style with the heavy metal stuff, like the studio style. So
I think the
some
answer.
people,
I think the answer
yeah.
is very harshly. You know.
Right? Yeah, yeah.
Hey, thank you for the raid, Band of Badgers. Dave, if that's you who's there, we were talking about the thing today. We're hoping to have an answer tomorrow. We were talking about that stuff today. So we're just checking.
Also, I realized I forgot to email you back. I have to email you.
Yeah, we're just checking like the logistics on a thing. But yeah. Last Son JT. Oh, Last Son, you're one of the players from the Avernus game, aren't you? Last Son JT. JT was Jack Toonhammer. You're Josh? Is Last Son JT? I was trying to like, because most of the people who were playing in the Avernus game had their Twitch accounts and were like talking in chat, so I was trying to like figure out who was who without directly asking. That stuff sounds like Chris is hustling. What's he pushing? We're working on a lot of... That's the thing. We're working on a lot of stuff right now. This is by far the most we've ever tried to do for outreach at once. So we're juggling a lot. Which is why we started a little bit late today. We're working on a lot of stuff at the moment. And so... took some time to get home from the office because we were trying to get a bunch of stuff done.
Woo!
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 Ow!
Alright. Thanks for leaving, everybody. You're Wukong? Oh! See, I thought the JT stood for Jack Toonhammer. Ah, well. Oh, well. I guess JT is probably just your actual name, and you didn't base your Twitch handle off of your character. Somebody in that game, though, was using their actual character name for their Twitch. And Tulkas? Oh, so you were the other fighter in the Pathfinder game then. Tulkas was the fighter, right? First time chat. McGuire review. Toonhammer's here as well. There you are, Josh McGuire. Yeah. Rune Lords. Perfect. Thanks for coming by, guys. Dwarven Forge, the first piece is free. Is it? As much as I think we would love to be able to do that deal, that'd be I guess we got the sample packs. That's the closest thing we have to that, I think. Somebody in the Discord posted they had a sample pack, so they just had a floor, a corner, and a wall, and so they just stacked the three of them. And they're like, "Here's my first Dwarven Forge build." And it was very good. Hey Jimmy, how you doing? First 3 or $12. That wouldn't be like a bad thing. Like the thing we always hear is that once people actually get the stuff in hand, that's what convinces them to buy more.
We can't give out stuff for free, Chris.
I know we can't. I'm talking about like the concept behind that. It's like, yeah, there's stuff that'd be cool about it, but
Well, normally at Gen Con, for people to sign up on our email list, we do have a little free giveaway thing. But the closest, best deal you're going to get is a sample pack for $12. But there are other sets that are reasonably priced, like under $50, that you can get a pretty good starter set or dungeon.
yeah.
Yeah, we have the new filters on the website, so go to core sets.
Yeah,
Good
I
deals
know
in
it's
there.
not in everybody's budget, but if you really want something from Dwarven Forge and you don't mind it being a little dinky, try a sample pack.
Oh, Jimmy, you're working on a Sylvaneth? I remember when I collected a handful of Wood Elves in the Fantasy Battles days, and the Dryads were my favorite unit. So I think it's really cool that nowadays you can field a whole army of them. Even though I heard in their current state they're not very good, but they're coming out with a new edition of Age of Sigmar anyway, so we'll see. But very, very cool models for sure.
Let's get that ready. Regluing this has been very difficult.
I love the model, so I went with them first. That is the best way, I think, to, it's definitely kind of decision paralysis and intimidating to pick an army when you're going to have so many models. But that's the thing. At least in my experience, I spend way more time painting than I do ever playing the game. So I totally go off what am I going to enjoy painting the most. And they'll fit in Wildlands. That's a good idea, a good point.
That's the fascinating thing with this as a hobby, right? Is there's so many different hobbies kind of wrapped up under this hobby. There's the collecting, there's the building, there's the painting, there's the modding if you're a modder, sculpting your own additions to things. Like there's so much stuff you can do. Grabbing those Gaunt's Ghosts on Saturday when they're released.
Oh yeah, they released the miniatures from this really popular novel series from 40K, and they look sweet. The Dominion box definitely looks sweet. Yep.
We have a pretty active core group of people who are into Warhammer on the Discord, and I'm trying to absorb Warhammer knowledge from listening to their conversations. But man, it seems so obtuse. Like I just feel like I feel like I just don't understand like the context for most of the things they're talking about.
We'll have to do a little small sample game one of these days. Maybe when the new Age of Sigmar edition comes out.
I'm trying to learn more and get a grasp on it because I am interested in Warhammer. I got like a bunch of the games and everything, and I'm like, I should play one of these games so I can start picking up the lore and stuff like that. But that's how I got into BattleTech, was through the video game. So
yeah. We'll see where the lore goes in the next edition of Age of Sigmar. Right now, I'm probably, in general, like the 40K lore a lot better, but it's been around more, because Age of Sigmar is sort of the new setting. Like, they had fantasy for a long time, but the old world, and I love the old world setting so much. But the 40K lore has been, developed since the invention of Warhammer, basically. So, of course, it's going to have more depth, but...
Planning on getting into BattleTech at the UK Games Expo. It's a lot of fun. I really like BattleTech, and I'm so excited for us to be in the office so that we can actually play BattleTech physically.
Ooh.
I've been painting a lot of the. Night, JT. Thank you.
Bye, JT.
Thank you for coming by. BattleTech's a lot of fun. I'm liking it a lot. I kind of want to, because there's the old rule set, and then there's like the new stuff that they've been doing to like try and revitalize it from my understanding. So I kind of want to play both and just see. So I'm pretty sure the video game uses, like a take on the newer rule set as opposed to the classic stuff. But I don't know. Mechs are cool, man. I really like mechs.
Well, yeah, I'm finally watching the show that you recommended, Evangelion, and I'm a handful of episodes in.
Yeah, there's this little indie show. Neon Genesis Evangelion. I really like that show. I remember you messaged me about it, and you were like, "Is this gonna make me want to buy mechs?" And I'm like, I'm like, yes, and they do sell them. So,
right.
The good thing is, there's not that many mechs.
Sure.
There's really only 3. So, well, 4. There's 4 mechs. So you should be fine. Maybe 5.
The old world is definitely. The old world definitely one of the coolest fantasy settings. Like, it is dark, gothic kind of, but it has a lot of humor. I think, like, it has a lot of like goofy character to it as well, and so that juxtaposition, I think, is kind of what draws me. But that dark fantasy settings like that too also grab me. Sort of like that Mordheim classic vibe.
Is it notably different from Grimdark, or is it basically Grimdark but with swords instead of guns?
I think you could accurately say that it's Grimdark with swords and guns, but it still has its own character. Like, the way that it's sort of wacky is different than the way that 40K gets wacky.
Okay. Does 40K get wacky in like the Gears of War way, where it's just by going so over the top machismo that it's like?
Yeah, not. Yes, definitely right. Like, just like the zeal of like, there's no good guys because they're so fixated on like themselves being the good guys that nobody is the good guys and nobody's the bad guys, really.
I get that. As a fan of MechWarrior 1 and 2 video games way back when, I want to play those too. I play... Is it like the 2016 Battletech game? No, it's more recent than that, isn't it? It's very good, though. Newish Battletech video game any good? I love it. It's very, very good. I need to find the time to actually finish playing all the way through it. The main thing is that the way that I play games, I'm kind of a completionist. So I'm spending a lot of time doing like a bunch of contracts and stuff instead of like really pushing the plot forward, which is making it take even more time than it already is supposed to. And it's supposed to be a pretty lengthy thing. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. As far as like RTS game, well, it's not RTS. It's a tactics game. As far as tactics games go, it's very well made. I like it a lot. And you know what? The writing is actually pretty good too. Like for the kind of game it is, I don't think there's many games that have like writing on that level in that genre. It's well voice acted. It's got very good cutscenes. It's a all around solid thing. I like it.
Well, when I picked it up on sale on Steam when you had gotten the miniatures game, and I definitely played a couple missions just to kind of check it out.
It's one of the things that's like very deep because you know there's managing both the mechs and your pilots.
Yeah.
I think there's 4 sets out so far of the RG kits of Evangelion. They're space fascists. Did you do those mech fighting simulators at Gen Con? No, I haven't been to Gen Con. Although, it's looking like I'm going to be... Okay.
Secrets, I guess.
Alright. I guess I don't know anything.
We're not ready to talk
Show's
about
canceled,
that yet.
delete the VOD. Self-destruct.
Well, we've confirmed that we are going.
Yes. We're not ready to talk about anything too specific about it yet.
Okay. Are we sending drones? And we're just operating them from home?
Nope. But I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay. It's also knowing how to use the mechs too. So many people lost Decker in the first battle. They added an achievement if you keep them alive. Wait, really? I need to check if I have that because I kept Decker for a while. Do I still have Decker? I think I still have Decker. It's because he's in like the light recon mech, right? Do people just like run him in and have him like try to go like toe to toe with people? Ava 1, Ava 2, Ava 0, and Mark 6 are the RG kits out. Ooh, nice. He's in a spider. Yeah. He was one of the harder ones to keep alive. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely do gravitate towards larger mechs than that. Although, man, once you've got like the flamethrower mechs going, those are some fun small mechs. I do like using fire. Because, like, you get enough fire on somebody and they can't do anything back to you. You just lock them down. Like, they overheat and they can't actually do anything because their systems are all overloaded. That said, it really sucks if that gets done to you. I'll tell you that much. Overheat's a killer? Yes. It's the disabling that makes it so bad. Like, it doesn't do a terrible amount of damage by itself, but it's the fact that, like, great. Then when it's their turn, it's basically just a wasted turn. And then you're just waiting there, and you're just like... And then if somebody else goes after you, man, it's all trouble. It's all bad. Do, 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 do. This has like kind of like the Final Fantasy prelude sound to it, somewhat. Just that arpeggio, or that scale, whatever it's called. It's very nice. It's less devastating in the game than it is in the original tabletop game. You had to make increasingly difficult 2d6 saves to stop your engine being damaged or your ammo exploding and destroying your mech. That's where it really sucks. Dude, when ammo explodes, that's one of the worst that's one of the worst things in the game. You just start blowing yourself up. Like, I try to like only have my dudes that are decked out with lasers anywhere near their flame mechs if they have flame mechs. Cause man, if you have like a bunch of missiles on like say you've got like one of the big slow bruisers that like fires like a ton of missiles and you get surrounded by fire dudes and all those missiles blow up in like your arms, it's rough. Lasers generate so much heat though, right, which then makes it harder to deal with flame guys in that respect. There's just really no good counter to flame guys other than keeping your distance. Which is why they always put the flamethrowers on fast mechs, you know? Extra heat sinks in your legs. Yeah. Water. Yeah, if you can find water on the battlefield and position inside it, it's a godsend. I need to check in on my file. I'm trying to remember like where I was even at. I haven't played in months. It's one of those games that just feels very time consuming. And so anytime I feel remotely busy, I'm always like, oh, I don't have time to play this. Usually when I do go back to playing it, it's suddenly like 4 in the morning. I realize I've lost like my entire night to running like salvage missions over and over again.
Man, I just bought this video game called Cities Skylines right before my flight, which was at 5 a.m. And it was the worst idea ever because I was planning on going to sleep around 8 p.m. or like 9 p.m. and I ended up just doing a red eye accidentally.
Yeah, City Skylines is extremely good.
It is. I love it. I've made a few accomplishments and I've definitely already played about 50 hours and it's been maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's a notorious time sink game.
It's fun.
Yeah. It's real good. It's a
Wait,
great...
you play it?
Not much. It's not my kind of game, really.
Right.
But it's a really good SimCity successor, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Definitely...
if that's your kind of game, that's an extremely good version of it.
It is my kind of game.
Another one is Civilization. I will lose, I will lose so much time to Civilization, and then I won't play it for months, and then I'll start a game again, and I won't be able to stop. It's got that one more turn effect going strong.
How about Minecraft, you guys? Am I right?
I exclusively play Minecraft when my friends are playing Minecraft because it's more just to hang out with them than anything. Minecraft just doesn't interest me very much.
Such a shame.
Well, hearing you, Chris, talk about just more Eastern-inspired games in general, which I don't know why, but I haven't really dipped my toes into any genre in that area. But I finally, I've had Ni no Kuni for a while.
Ni no Kuni I've heard very good things about. I haven't played it myself, but I've heard extremely good things about it, and then very mixed things about Ni no Kuni 2, depending on the taste of the people involved. But everything I've heard about it makes it sound like Ni no Kuni 2 would be right up my alley as well. Because it seems like it leans into the collection side of things a lot more.
definitely my bedtime game. I know Ghibli's kind of mainstream now, but they animate the cutscenes and I love them.
What's wrong with mainstream?
Yeah,
Then I
Hamster.
guess. I mean, I just don't want to be like, man, I loved, anime. I watched Studio Ghibli. It's like, well,
Try Valheim? Oh man, no, I've put a lot of time into Valheim. The only reason I haven't played Valheim recently is because I only play it with Miles. I guess that's the thing. I wouldn't really enjoy playing Valheim by myself, I don't think. But I'm having a great time playing it with Miles, knowing nothing, and just discovering everything through like playing through it. Like it has like a very fun, kind of scrappy, us against the world feel to it, which is really nice. And we've got some ideas for fun servers to run once we've like played through it ourselves and we know where everything is. Fun like challenge servers.
I really wanted to buy that game, but it's only PCs, and I am going to get a PC maybe this year.
Well, we're about to have several in the office.
It's true.
Valheim like gaming streams with just all the like incredibly high-powered editing rigs in the office.
Well, I'm also really worried about getting a PC because I already so I volunteer on the weekends, and then I have some other side hobbies that I do, and I already have very limited personal time after work, and I'm kind of worried that I would just become completely like devoid of actual socialization.
yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's a good argument.
No portals in a third world. So that's one of the ideas that we had, is essentially doing a game of Civilization in Valheim. We get a bunch of people in there, we divide into teams, and we get to the point where just everybody makes like rafts basically. We go sailing off, we start settling different continents. No portals are allowed, and we just kind of like expand and try to expand as much as possible. I think it could be fun. There's a video game version of Gloomhaven. I didn't know that. I'll have to try that out, actually. So Discord is for. How do you think Campy and I socialize? Do you know who D-Roo is? I'm assuming you do.
Oh yeah, it's one of my best friends that I game with all the time, except not now because my internet is garbo.
For a second, it almost sounded like you were about to say, "That's my mom."
That's my mom. Hi, mom. Yeah, as soon as my computer, like, I hopped on Discord with him, I was like, all right, this is going okay. And then as soon as my computer was like, I need to do a game and Discord, no way.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, we'll get your internet into a good spot.
Here's hoping.
Oh, Masticon, if you're still here, I'm pretty sure you're still here. This is the, like, $125 set I got off of Pipped. Not everything in here is from that, actually.
That's insane.
These, let's see. These interference paints I added, so these are interference. These are other brand paints that I added, and then these 3 blues right here I added. Outside of that, I got all this, and it really covers everything. There's like a really nice. One of the things I like the most about it actually is I haven't had a lot of options for metallics. Like I got the interference paints, and those feel like a very specific kind of metallics, but they specifically. This set includes like so many different metallics. So I got Dragon Gold, Dragon Copper, Dragon Bronze, and then Blade Steel, which is the one that came in the starter set. So I've been using Blade Steel for almost everything for a long time. Dwarven Gold, which has a different feel to it, which is nice. And Filigree Silver, which is like it's like a lighter. Ooh. Yeah, so those metallics have been like a lifesaver. They're all very good. Is that Master Set 1 or 2? let me search for my receipt and see if I can tell. Reaper Miniature Master Series Paints MSP. The hashtag is 09966. Bones colors full sets, 54 colors. It doesn't say 1 or 2 in it. Oh, if you're talking about the price, this is the 54 color. If you meant... I assumed you were talking about dollars when you were giving the numbers earlier. If there's one for like 120 colors, I didn't get that one. However, the case that it came in, I like a lot. I like that it had room for... I like that it had room for me to add more stuff to it. It came with some purples that I really appreciate. It has some that are good for like doing kind of wash style effects. And then some that are actually like good, like solid. There's so many blues in here. There's a ton of blues in here, and that's really nice. There's some for like doing like spectral glow. A couple different grays. Like there's a lot of good like in between shades that are nice to be able to throw in. Yeah, this is the set that I got. Yes.
I'm glad you got some more paints you can
Yeah.
have access to.
I'm trying to decide if I should bring this into the office or not. It's like a thing where, like, because I'm now moving basically everything I paint into the office after I paint it. But, like, I still feel like painting is just a nice thing to do at home. Yeah. I've been taking my brushes back and forth, and I've got my starter paints at the office. So I can touch things up.
Hamster, when are you coming into the office full time?
Probably next week.
Hell yeah.
You just had to get the move out of the way?
Yeah. Yeah, DMN, I guess I do have a new setup. I just moved. It's more that I don't really have a setup yet. Kind of unpacking and getting things together. I definitely don't have a 3D printer. I talked to Chris a little bit about this. I've been buying files just to have them because I'll probably... I think a 3D printer is one of those things that every hobbyist will have eventually one day. But I don't have like the ventilation for it or the space for it right now.
Yeah, it's real dumb, but I've also been collecting a bunch of STL files. I have no intention of buying a printer, but I'm like, we have one at the office, you know, so...
Right.
So I've got a fair amount of STL files just in case we need to print any of them. I got a lot of Broken Anvil's stuff with STL files, because Broken Anvil makes some good minis. I love their designs. They do really, really good designs. Don't I have... I thought I had some good extra stone options I added to this. Oh, yep, speak of the devil. Okay, let's do... I think those are washes, so let's start with Mountain Stone. We'll go with that. Got a bunch of STLs from various Kickstarters, but now decided a 3D printer's not on the cards. No need for ventilation if you use a PLA. Quality isn't as good, but still acceptable in my opinion. Are we using one that needs ventilation at the office?
Yes.
Okay. So we have
but
like
the ones we have need ventilation.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're resin.
Yes.
And something about the cleaning? Maybe? I don't actually really know. I haven't.
So there's the 3-step process with it, and the second part, it's a huge tank of alcohol. So if somebody's in that room for a long time, they're going to have a fun time without ventilation.
You're kind of making a really good pitch here.
I mean, before we had ventilation, I would shut that door and I would just do a lot of my work in that little room. Resin
is good for multiple prints. PLA is good for larger models. That's fair. So if I want to do that giant toad god, we should do PLA. We would need to get a different printer to do PLA, but... Have I shown you that giant toad god? Sugatha, I think his name is, from Broken Anvil? Mace, you would love it. I got so many frog sculpts. I got so many frog sculpts from Broken Anvil.
Oh, let's talk shop tomorrow when you're in.
Yes. I sent them to Toby too, because it's like, Toby, look at these. Look how cute these are.
Frog God. Love that.
Picked a bad time to quit sniffing glue. Is it multiple parts? I couldn't tell you. I know so little about 3D printing. I could not tell you. Topulus might be able to. He's seen the same pieces. You have a ton of STLs too. It's just having time to print them. Fair. I think we moved into... Yeah, we moved into the other next album. Let's see. Topulus, do you know if the STL for the Sugatha, the Toad God from Broken Anvil, do you know if that's multi-part? Visiting your brother-in-law, so you're downloading some STL files now to print out for the week? Nice.
Man, it sounds like the people outside are having a lot of fun.
You jealous?
Yeah, I actually really am, because it's that bar that one of the bars that I've been meaning to try for a very long time and just haven't gotten around to it. And they're playing good music.
So you're not having fun here?
I'm having a blast, you guys. I would not trade this for anything in the world, except for maybe to be outside while doing this.
That would be
outside hobby hang.
If we could find
outside hobby hang.
If we could find a way to make that work, that'd be pretty amazing.
Right after we do our Fuddruckers, Johnny Rockets hobby hang.
I like that saying Fuddruckers Johnny Rockets implies that we have to do both. Like it's like a back-to-back.
Yeah, it's a two-parter.
Man. We just have to get the budget to get a big enough data plan and a phone that's good enough and all that to be able to do a high-quality live stream from like a phone hotspot. Basically.
That's easy, actually. We can do that, no problem.
Let's do it.
Well, hold on.
The song gives you the boss fight 90s Streets of Rage vibes. Yeah, that's very much... A lot of this album, I like this album a lot. A lot of it kind of sounds like a video game soundtrack. It has very 80s, 90s vibes. Depending on the song, some of the songs are very 80s, some of them are very 90s. Let's see. Let's get those in there. And stone. Pretty happy with the way this is coming out so far. Granted, I'm just doing the base, so it's all like big details instead of getting into like painting faces and hands and stuff. This doesn't sound like... Yep. Hang on a second. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. Let's see. I would imagine things to be multiple piece. Minis often have too many overhangs and such when they are larger models to print in one go. I think you all would know better than I do. Outside doing most anything at this point?
It's a scorcher in New York. I don't know about where all of you
Yeah.
are. It's bad.
Yeah, we've been getting a pretty severe heat wave. Love synth, especially Perturbator and Carpenter Brute. Also some FM84 when I want happy synth. Amy's stuff is pretty, runs the gamut, I would say. She's pretty flexible. Really warm here in the UK, relative for us normally. Yeah? Do you need to not wear a jacket right now?
You can see the sun.
So
If you like synth, also you should look up the artist Kavinsky. He has like 2 really good songs, and the rest are fine, but like those 2 are really good. And then there's this other guy that I can't remember the name of, but I'll remember it eventually. Anyway, sorry that the sun's out.
Always a bummer, man.
I really do
Oh, no.
genuinely kind of envy people in the UK, and my old roommate moved to the UK, and she said, no, you would hate it, even though it's like cloudy all the time. I promise you would hate it, because when you see the sun, it's like delirium. Like, it's just the best thing that ever happened to you. But I don't like the sun.
Huh.
I don't know, I sunburn easy.
I get that. I guess, yeah, we're all
Also,
we're all fairly Irish people, right?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
all 3 of us have a fair amount of Irish in us. So yeah, the whole the burning thing tracks, I think. Pacific Northwest is good for that too. Yeah, I kind of grew up in the right place.
Oh, yeah.
It's really hot here in Ottawa, but the heat broke last night. Oh no. It's gone midnight, I have windows open and the cooling fan's on. Right, but you don't have like an air conditioner going, right? Like I have an air conditioner going and I'm still a little hot. Because you don't really, that's one of the things that everybody's always like, what do you mean you don't have air conditioners in the UK? And it's like, they don't need them. Like, it's not a standard thing because they don't really, you know?
I know.
Okay, good. You were leaving me hanging for a bit and I got worried.
I know.
Trying to hit all these skulls. She's standing on like a throne of skulls. It's a cool sculpt. Everything Ragecraft does is cool. In retrospect, I should have hit them at the end with a drive rat. Or I should have hit them first. And then did the stone around them after. But I'm making up for it now.
One cool thing that came up today is I learned how to draw a butt with one motion.
Oh.
Nice! You know what?
Yeah.
We take those victories.
The tiny, tiny little victory.
Streamers posting their W's.
There you go.
Get that out of there. Get that out of there. Okay, you know what? That's good, that's good. Yeah, I'm liking the way this is coming out. Alright. Starting to get invigorated. I'm feeling like I can actually paint again.
Woo!
I don't know why Ragecraft stuff goes better for me than like any other minis. I don't know if it's because it's larger or what. Like, I feel like because it's more like wargame scale, it's got like larger details, it's harder to I'm in New Jersey but lived in North Carolina for 19 years and it gets crazy hot down there. I believe it. My house and I, we showed our short film down there in I feel like it was near the summer of 2019. And like it was pretty hot, but it wasn't summer directly, but it was like oh, I think it was in March or April, and it was like pretty hot. I live on the water in Washington, and I'd rather have AC than heat.
I'm looking at caves to purchase specifically for that reason.
Just have your own personal cave.
Yeah, well, they're always like just under 50 degrees, whether it's winter or summer. Like they're very climate controlled, and that's also like my ideal temperature.
I feel that.
And who doesn't want to, pretend they're Gollum for a little bit?
Gotta get all these details now. I keep bringing the sculpt so close to me that you can't even see me working on it. You know what? That's pretty good. Hey, Toby's here. Hey, Toby.
Toby!
Isn't Toby Tofu Verde?
Oh, maybe.
Not Tofu Devastation?
Did we just have
I've
somebody
heard
else?
of- Wait, what?
Do we just have somebody else with a tofu name watching?
Yeah, I think so.
No, he says I have two.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hi, Toby.
Got it. He's trying to fudge the numbers.
Uh-huh. It's working.
It's like 75 year round where I live. It's awful. Oh no.
Whatever.
It's perfectly temperate at all times. It's so hard to appreciate things.
Yeah, people actually recently with the heat wave, they've been asking me like, "Oh man, is Minnesota like just perfect?" It's like, here's the thing: the winters are awful, and the summers are not any better than here.
Yeah.
They also are awful.
Well, it's like in the Midwest too. It's so much more humid than it is out
Yeah,
here. So it's
right.
like, it's just as hot, but like harder to breathe.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, got those. Stay here on the West Coast. If you're the real Toby, say something that only the real Toby would say. As long as I can keep it 75 inside, I'm good. I'm fighting to get my play. Actually, it's starting to get better in here, so that's good. The heat wave's not as bad today as it's been the last couple days.
Yeah, there was a little breeze today at least.
Yeah. Let's progress on the skull throne right now. That's gonna be where she stands. I'm gonna do a dry brush on these rocks. Maybe a yellow wash on the skulls to like give it a little bit of decay in the cracks. And then do the chains. And then the base is done and I can mount her in it, I think. I just signed on and it was like techno painting. Yeah, man. It's our soundtrack for the day. Let's see. How's yours going, Hamster?
Pretty good. I have a bad habit of really darkening things down, and then sometimes it's hard for me to get the brightness up to where I want it. But I'm just gonna pretty much stop where I'm at and just start going nuts on really bright highlighting, just to make sure that I don't end up with a dull blob at the end.
That's fair.
Dull blob prevention. That's what I'm working on here.
DBP.
Yeah.
I'm glad somebody did it. 64 in Eastern Washington, 91 in Austin. Man.
I want to go to Washington.
I think the issue with New York weather, both in the summer and the winter, is the way that it's hot and cold. Like,
Go on.
like, there will be times where the temperature reaches, like in my hometown in Washington, there'll be times where the temperature reaches about what we hit here in the summers, but the heat feels different. And like, same thing with the cold. Like, when it's cold in Washington, the cold doesn't feel like it goes to your bones the way that it does here. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know why.
Is it the lack of humidity?
It might be. So I think
Because I feel like
I think
the
humidity,
heat's a lot more bearable when it's not so like wet. And the same with the cold. Like if you don't have a lot of wind and you don't have a lot of moisture in the air, it's not like it actually touches you that much.
Yeah.
Or it's not stuck. I don't know. It's hard to describe.
I think the main problem with the city, because of how paved everything is, I feel like it makes the heat so much worse because the fact that everything around you is metal or cement or pavement means that it's constantly like it's kind of like a microwave. You know, we're not dealing with a lot of like. That's why it's not as bad in a park. But like for the most part, you're walking through an area that is entirely like cement or metal buildings or brick, and that stuff like kind of gives an oven effect. I think that's a large part of it. Yeah.
Oh, Toby's joining.
Oh, all right. I can fix this. I can fix this. Hi, my window's gonna be here now. And,
You know, if Toby wants to hop on and we need the room, I can hop off.
Nope. I got this fixed right
Okay.
here.
It gives me no time to figure out
Man,
what
Toby's up here. Okay, so we're gonna do this, and then we're going to go to edit transform. We're going to bam. Look at that. OBS wizardry. Look at that. That took me what? Somebody time me. That took me what, like 20 seconds? Nice. Nice. Alright. Let's get a wash in here. All my washes are at the office.
Oh.
Another reason to stream from the office.
But then I wouldn't have all the other stuff I was using here.
Well, you're gonna bring it in anyway. You said so yourself.
Yeah, I can touch up when I get to the office.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
I summoned something.
I should try this. You know what? I haven't used this before. You make your own wash? I'm about to try doing that. One moment.
Hey.
You got it.
And let's grab... Oh, do I have... Where is it? I know it's in here somewhere. Just one drop of that.
Hey.
Let's grab that.
Boogie. You're on mute.
You realize you're not getting channel points. What will I do if I only have 65k? How are you not getting channel points? Games Workshop got me. I started on the Sisters Army before the new codex, and they swapped things up on me and made new models. Yeah, you should be getting channel points. I don't know why you wouldn't be. We haven't changed anything about the way this works.
I still only have that limited Sisters Army box, but I don't know if the units are really any good anymore. Or if they ever were, honestly. I got the 8th Codex, but I wasn't super familiar with it, honestly.
So Toby, for your little house thing, when do you think you're gonna be able to move on to the next block?
I guess I'm just doing details right now because I'm like small details because I wanted to try to do like other parts of the detail with another type of clay, green stuff, but I haven't really used it before, so I'm hopefully that you know, scared to start.
Okay, okay.
I didn't think I was gonna be on today.
Yeah, we didn't either,
I was
actually.
like, hey, I'm here, I have time, I'm on Twitch, I'm going to join. And I selflessly joined and messed up the cameras.
And then Chris pulled up some wizardry real quick.
I could try to start the next part of it soon. That'd be fun.
I'm excited to see it. I mean, obviously take your time and everything, but I'm really excited to see you build out everything, and I'm just anxiously waiting for the next
Sure,
one.
Yeah, that's one of the more popular things we got going on here, I think. People are always curious about that piece. I think because a lot of them, when they first come in here, think that it's something we're going to be selling. But, you know.
Too bad.
Too bad. Should have thought about that before we decided not to sell it. Let's see.
Yeah, I guess next week I'll start the next block of it.
Yeah!
Yeah, because I could do like the details, like I was thinking about doing the railings and green stuff, or like details like ruined furniture. Someone mentioned like a teddy bear that it's like ripped apart. It's like been rotting there.
Whoa!
That'd be cool to do, but like I don't know how like I'm a little bit intimidated to start those.
That sounds sick, though.
Yeah.
You could do practice on like FEMA or whatever that clay is.
FOMO?
FEMA?
Fear of Momo?
Fear
Yes.
of Momo.
Fear if Momo. Nerd Botchery would like the name of this album.
This right now is Cosmos of the Soul by Amy Waters. A-M-I-E Waters.
We should get one of those overlay things that says what's currently playing.
Yeah, that'd be a cool thing to integrate, actually. And then we could set it up from wherever things end up going. Like I say, I could just like set it up here because it's for the foreseeable future. This is probably how we're going to be doing it for the next couple weeks at least. We'll see what happens once Hamster gets his internet kind of fixed, but I don't know. This isn't a difficult way to do it, honestly. I don't mind it.
Okay, thank goodness, because I'm not optimistic about my internet situation.
What are you doing for it now?
Right now, my computer is connected to my phone's hotspot.
Oh wow. That's not
Yeah.
fun.
Right now, what he's doing is he's praying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tickets on it.
Oh, whose line is that?
Right.
That's a line from something.
Was it? No, it wasn't. I forgot what it was.
Because that's a good line. It's a really,
Yeah.
really good line.
I can look it up.
Pick a god and pray. It's from something. I know I've heard it before.
Yeah. It's from Fire Emblem.
You're streaming on a hotspot, brave man there, folks. He's not. So he's in the
No,
call
no,
via
I'm not
hotspot.
streaming. Yeah.
I'm handling the streaming. Put the name of the album in chat, please. Yeah, hang on a second. Let's see. Yeah. Let's take a look at this one.
Of course, I found where the chord's from.
Hmm?
It's from Fire Emblem.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, look at that. Alright. Gave the rocks a nice little bit of shine that I like. Cool. Well, I guess I'll just let that dry from here on, and then I'll want to do a black wash in the cracks between the skulls just to like help sell the shadows, but I don't have that here, so I'll do that when I take it into the office. Let's see. Good scatter for an undead tomb. So this is the base for a mini. She's gonna be kind of like rising above it, essentially. But yeah, I do like it. It's interesting. Ragecraft has like really fascinating stuff. I really like their minis. They always come up with interesting bases. That in there. Got those. Okay. I kind of feel like I want to leave her cloak black. I really like the sheen that I'm getting from just the base coat. Kind of feel like just putting accent colors on top of this might be the way to go. A little intricate jewelry. Oh, I need to do the chains on the base, actually. It's a hell of a base? Yeah! Well, they did the same thing with, the Inquisitor Knight has a kind of similar aesthetic. He's got this, like, protruding rock base that he's on, and there's, like, a bunch of skulls gathered at the bottom of it. And then there's this assassin that I need to do from them as well that also has that kind of thing going on. Should I do gold chains? Dwarven gold chains?
Yes.
Yeah.
Give it ice.
I don't want to do silver chains or steel chains because the rocks are gray and they kind of blend in. So let's go with gold. It'll stand out nice. This thing needs some mix. It's not mixing very well. Close enough. Alright. Let's see. Grab this baby. And very carefully get all these chains done. go. Yeah, this is popping well. I like it. Man, Reaper's metallics are very
Nice.
good.
Now that you mention it, I don't think I've ever used their Brain of Metallics.
They just pop really well.
So, what's the next side of the house be like?
What's that?
What's the next side of the house be like? Thinking maybe it'll be like this side. I'm not going to do
I
a turret,
think
because two
that
turrets
the
would be weird.
floor should actually be. What was that?
I'm not going to do a turret like you know the bay window or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That'll be weird, but like I'll do this side of it. What were you saying?
I was gonna say I think like one of the floorboards should be completely broken through.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Like you can, like it kind of leads to the basement or kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to think of what the shape of that will be.
I'm getting to the steps that actually ask me to be careful. Oh, yeah. Very happy with the way it's coming out, though. This is kind of making the base all come together. Go. Bam. Hamster, have you watched the new Mythic Quest yet?
No, I'm on Evangelion pretty much exclusively right now.
Oh, that's
But
totally
they're on my
fair.
list.
That's totally fair. But you've watched some Mythic Quest, right?
Oh, I watched the first season
Okay.
and the quarantine episode, and loved it.
Dude.
I want to watch. I want to watch the new episodes at some point.
I think I like this season more than the first.
Okay.
It feels like they're doing better character-driven stuff.
Nice.
I'm telling you, the episode that just went up this last weekend, or this last Friday, is like a really, really good standalone episode.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out then.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that came out well. Alright, hang on. Let me get a close-up of this. There we go. It's the chains and the rocks.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's good.
I like the Dwarven Gold. It has like these red pigments to it that give it a nice little shimmer.
Is that what the paint is called?
Was that?
Is that what the paint name is?
Yeah, so this one was Dwarven Gold is what I used for the chains.
I don't have Dwarven Gold. I don't have Dwarven anything.
You should make a Dwarven Gold. All of our Picorni paints should just be Dwarven color.
I mean, to be fair, it's Dwarven Golden.
Bye, Dave. Thanks for coming by. City Builder Wards of Valoria? Yes, I've decided. That's the name. I get to decide. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I know Nate's been, like, obsessing over what we're gonna call it, though. He wants to think of, like, a really cool name for it. What was that?
He obsesses over names of everything, and then
Yeah.
every time we start something, we like.
We actually talked about titles last night. He's talking about how, even when it comes to like every individual piece, he's like, I don't want a single piece to like have a name that doesn't seem like we didn't like put thought into it, you know?
Yeah, then we have a modular wall of doom.
Yeah, like he wants to avoid just doing like wall A, wall B, stuff like that. Ugh.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree.
Sometimes it's hard when you're making 150 pieces. Like, I don't know. Oh man, okay.
It'd be nice if under 15.
Oh god, my cat scared me. Just came out of the closet.
Hey, Sally.
Hi, Sally.
Happy Pride Month, Sally. Congrats.
She's went straight by. She's just going to get food. God damn it, Mace.
Hey, Topulus is down with it.
What did you say?
Thank you, Mace. Beat me to it. You've named other things on geographic areas of Valoria, so call cities the name of one of your major cities in the world. That's fair. Well, so Valoria is just a fun city. Is the thing. The world as a whole is what? Mithras?
Yep.
We're not really using that anymore, though. There. So I don't know. I think the main thing is we want it to feel evocative to people who don't know anything about us, you know? I want it to be a name that just like sounds cool and makes people and that makes people like immediately think about like what kinds of stories they can tell. Because ultimately that's what we're selling, is we're selling storytelling opportunities. At least, you know, ostensibly. Even if people are just doing diorama building, like, even ostensibly those dioramas kind of want to tell stories, you know, in those pictures. Boats of Valoria. A seaport city. And I feel like now that we're pushing it back, like, if... I wonder how many people have legitimately convinced themselves that the reason we pushed it back is because we're adding ships. Let's see. Get that in there.
Everyone's going to be really disappointed when they find out we're just making NFTs of our website.
That's what's taking so long, is like we have to make and do all the production, but then we have to like digitally encode every single piece.
Yeah, it's really a pain.
It's so much worse on
And it's
our
so new to
workload.
us.
Yeah. We just wanted to do something worse in every respect, you know? More stressful
really
for us,
do-
less useful for you. Hand sculpting blockchain, thanks, I hate it. Miles is making blocks right now.
But it's kind of like, why care about the environment when you have your own fantasy world to escape to? Like, you don't have to actually care about the Earth because, you know, You have somewhere else to go.
So the chains that were on the rock are the way that she's mounted on it. The chains are supposed to be holding her there. So they're running up the bottom of her sculpt and then are attached to manacles around her legs. So I got the chains done. I'll probably need to touch them up after I actually do the skin and stuff on the feet. I feel like I kind of want to leave her cloak black, though. I'm trying to figure out if that's worth it. Just all in black and then, like, super pale skin, probably.
That'll contrast.
Yeah. 2 cities, 2 Valoria. Convinced the reason you pushed it back is because you're understaffed? Not really. I mean, the reality is, no matter how much staff we have, it's not going to make the factory go any faster. Which is really where the bottleneck is. It just took them a lot
If
longer.
anything, there's something to do with like the factories being understaffed. So there's something to that, but that's completely out of that.
That's fair.
So,
The factory being understaffed is the thing, but I don't know. This pandemic thing happened, and it kind of messed with our plans a bit.
I think I heard of that.
pandemic?
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know, something about I can't buy as much stuff when I want to buy stuff.
No. Sounds horrible.
It must be so incredibly hard for you.
I think I want to do deep red instead of black.
I always love a deep red.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
Just like a really dark red, so like not... It's still very dark, but like... I think a really dark red is the way to go here. If only you could run your own factory. Yeah, that would raise cost a lot, and it's also, just to set that up is so expensive.
I hate to be that person, but I'm gonna go to the bathroom again.
Unbelievable.
I know.
Wow, I can't believe you're that person that goes to the bathroom.
Just dock it from my pay.
Hey, look at her being that person. Mark it. True,
Mark it!
Mark it! I'm sure they've looked into it and it's not feasible. It'd be great. The main thing, too, is, like, to move production anywhere, you're talking about either having to make the molds over again or having to transport the molds, and both of those are incredibly expensive processes.
Oh man, if you wanted to transport the molds over, especially to the States.
I wonder how much all of the molds that we have over there genuinely weigh. Like, they
say it like takes up like a good chunk of the factory floor.
Yeah. You could all move to China. Yeah, that's fair. Instead of moving production here, we just move our team there. That's how you make it local. Let's get a little bit of dragon black in here. Mix that with the cinnamon red. Oh man, this is the black that clogs all the time. Ah! Would be a good chance to reconfigure them. That's fair. Probably what would happen is a lot of the pieces we simply just wouldn't have in the molds again. It would just be like, okay, which pieces do we really need to keep? You know? It'd be like a whole rebuilding process. It would genuinely, like, completely shake things, like, if we had to... If we had to do that. I don't know what we would do, honestly.
I literally, like, can't even fathom it right now.
Yeah. More gray. more concrete gray. Make this darker. I think if they only did unpainted US Country, it'd be more feasible. Yeah, the hand painting is honestly... The hand painting is a lot of it. That's honestly the thing, is like, finding people who are willing to do the painting is getting harder over there, which is a large part of the issues. Oh yeah, look at that red. Yeah,
I remember those guys. It's the Cone of Shame soldiers. Hamster.
The what?
The Cone of Shame soldiers, right?
Oh yes, Cone of Shame soldiers. Yeah, right. They all recently had a little procedure done.
Yeah.
They don't want any space hanky panky, so.
Yeah, otherwise they're just gonna like lick. They're like
Space Marines, more like Spade Marines.
right. That's good.
I should get into comedy sometime.
Yeah, you should try it. I have a hookup to an open mic night if you ever want to. Well, not open mic night actually, but like a comedy thing if you want to try that.
I was gonna say, like, it's gonna be like, yeah, I have a hookup to an open mic. It's my karaoke mic. I can bring it into the office, and you can just
I
start
think
talking.
I have the correct connection. Yeah.
Definitely could.
You can just start talking. During the pandemic, I was wondering what it would be like if I just started doing routines and posting them on, like, YouTube, but I don't know. The weird thing about comedy is different kinds of comedy, different kinds of jokes work in different environments. And so it's just like, how much would that actually work when you're not in a live, like, audience environment, you know? Which would be part of the reason to do it, is to experiment, but...
It seems terrifying.
To be fair, like, it kind of feels like it like, removes a lot of that fear of bombing, because, like, you're not going to be bombing in front of anybody. You know? So there's that. But then it's just also like, but would it actually just be bad because there's not that energy? Yeah, but I already feel, like, it's not going to change the way I feel about myself. That can't possibly happen at this point. So, like, what is there to lose, really?
I just saw 2 pigeons copulate.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty fascinating. I'm gonna miss this view. Now with the building burned down and everything.
Now that the building's actively burning down and we have to move, yeah. Needs a little Glassman space bubble. Oh wait, it's there. Yeah.
No Glassman space bubble.
Glassman space bubble is a great way to put it. Almost because it sounds like a name.
Doing Glassman Space Bubble here.
The Adventures of Glassman Space Bubble.
It's Glass Spaceman Bubble.
Yeah, get it together.
Fake fan.
Oh, you're right. Glassman Space Bubble sounds like a good band name. See, that's why I got it wrong. I just instantly think of band names all the time. So, like,
Fair enough.
my mind arranged it into what was better for a band.
We still haven't chosen our band name.
We haven't. Well, yeah, other things came up and we just haven't.
Fires
Chris,
on that.
it's all about the money. We have to get into it now.
That's fair. It's fair. The longer we don't do it, the
Sorry.
less money we're making.
Get poor quick
The
scheme.
more money we're missing out on. It's all about the money. By that I mean it's all about spending our money for something that's not going to work
Wasting it.
out. I don't know. I really like Atlantis Morissette.
Okay.
Atlantis Morissette.
Yeah. That's also a really good drag name, so maybe it's better for drag name than a.
I think it's better for drag, and I really genuinely think that Scapple is a really good band name.
Yeah, that's fair.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
What's in the box?
Princess Carolyn, what are we doing? I'm watching BoJack again.
That show is so sad.
Yeah, I love it.
It's so depressing.
Eh. Yeah. I really love the way that it uses the same sentences and the same phrases to, and kind of like flips them on their heads at the beginning to the end of an episode. It's one of my favorite things it does, and the, what are we doing line is one of those early examples in Season 1. It's very good. There's a lot of really cool stuff in that show from a writing standpoint that I admire. First album, Two Pigeons Copulate.
Somebody's
There you
gotta.
go.
Somebody's gotta. You know, those pigeons taking a bullet for all of us.
Taking a couple, actually. They're still going.
Wow.
I,
Round 2. Fight. Let's see.
victory lap.
Hamster, I know you mean that it's because of your painting, but just given the context.
Oops. Whoopsie.
Whoopsie. Uh-oh. Did I get 30? I really like this red that I mixed.
Great. Save it forever.
Let me just freeze this mix in time.
Wet palette, baby.
If
Not
only I
on
had
today
a
like
palette.
today. We ain't doing crap today. This weather.
I'm trying to do the teddy bear now.
Nice.
Teddy bear faces are hard.
Teddy bear faces? Is there an accepted
Yeah.
slang for pigeon in New York? A wing rat?
What's that?
I think it's mostly just a lot of stuff that we can't really say on stream.
Rock dove, but that's an actual name for them.
Yeah, I'm not curious. I'm not interested in the truth. I just want to make jokes, you know.
Well, maybe you should make some funny ones.
Have you not heard just the certified bangers I've been putting out today?
I've heard a lot of what you said, and honestly, I'm not impressed.
It's because I just perform so
What you made up
consistently
of?
that you expect it from me at this point.
Oh, is that it?
Dang. Dang.
World Star, but it's just Mace being mean to me. Verbally. Let's see.
I'm nice to you when I need to be.
Yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
everybody can be nice when they need to get something out of it.
I'm allowed to be mean to you sometimes.
Oh, I'm well aware at this point. I'd have to
Alright. Yep.
be. I am happy with the robe, I think. Yeah.
Wondering.
Go. Produced by Brad Pitt. It's off topic, but there's a really good show on Amazon called The Underground Railroad. Not a literal history, but great just the same. Maybe I was get on the RGG wet palette? I did not. Is that a
Redgrass
Kickstarter?
Games. Yeah. Yeah, they came out with their new version. It's a really popular one. I honestly am just using a Tupperware container makeshift wet palette.
Did they kickstart just the palette?
Yeah, they have I think it's their 2.0. They have a really popular wet palette. I'm not even quite sure what the features are. It's all personal preference. Like, I've seen people that really love it and some people that hate it. I don't know. I've never tried it.
Dark90 says that he has the previous one and it's pretty good.
Alright, time for Pale Flesh.
It's my wrestling name.
That can't be your wrestling name. That's my band name.
That's your band name? Pretty metal.
I mean, well, people name their bands after their favorite wrestlers all the time.
It's true.
The whole genre was named after the wrestler.
I don't know about that.
Rock? It was named
Oh
after
my
Rock.
gosh. It's not called the rock genre, though. It's rock and roll. So unless
It's
Dwayne
it's
the
the
Rock and Roll Johnson is his full name,
Well, no, it
Yes.
was a tag team duo. Just no,
Yes.
it was a tag team duo. Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Nobody really ever talks about Steve the Roll Gutierrez, you know?
oh man, have I sent you that clip of Sacco and Vince McMahon in the hospital?
Oh my god, that's the best thing.
It's so good.
I'm surprised. For the teddy bear I was doing, like I made it. I don't know if I can see here, but that's what I did, and the head's torn off. It's on the carpet. I was using this tool, and I was able to do like a good. Not. I wouldn't say, but it looks like the fur texture looks okay.
You should send a photo later with your phone.
Yeah, because you can't see. My web camera is bad.
Yeah, it's a little small.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely not going to finish her on stream tonight, but I'm happy with the progress. I'll finish her after the stream for sure, and then post her on the Discord. Because I'm pretty close to done with the torso. And then I gotta do the weapons, and then I gotta glue it all together. There we go. She is very pale. Good. Should make her pop out pretty well. Need to figure out what color I want for her, what I want to do with her little bits of armor. That should be good to go.
Gold.
Problem is there's gold chains attached to it.
Exactly.
Well, then it would just blend in.
Purple.
I want it to be clearly visible where it wraps around.
You could do like some shade, like a bluish color, like a
Ooh,
You could do a teal.
I could do interference blue.
Ooh.
Oh.
Nice.
It's nice.
Nice.
Oh.
It needs to all going well. I need sunscreen. Yeah. Hey, Valandar the Red, how you doing? Welcome to the Halby Hang. Probably getting close to the end here, but I don't know if people are finishing up little details or what.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done myself.
But I'm happy with my bear.
I even glued on the Buble helmets and tinted them a little bit.
Buble helmets.
Valandar's working on something a bit goofy. Do tell.
Nice.
Yuck.
Oh, yuck.
Wait, do you know Goofy's real name?
He doesn't have a real name.
He has like 8 names and they're all insane.
Wait,
Hold on, I'm looking it up.
Chris?
What's
You
up?
don't know Goofy's real name?
No, I don't know Goofy's real name. I'm not a stalker.
He has so many weird names. It's George G. Geef is one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Dippy Dog, Gigi Goofy Goof, George G Geef. I already said that one. Goof is D Dog, Goofy G Goof, Super Goof. And that cow that he loves. Okay, wait, hold on. Hold on.
Clarabelle?
He has, yes, okay, but he has several girlfriends, but then he actually has a spouse.
Yeah. She's dead by the time Goofy movie happens.
But I thought Clarabelle was like his one and only.
No, he had it, you know, that's who he like flirts with in some of the episodes. But like in a couple episodes and in the movie, he's got a dead wife, you know?
Yes. I thought that was Clarabelle.
No.
I feel so lied to.
I remember the George Geef one. I think that might be his name in that skiing short.
Okay, but my question is, if his name, all of these names, all of his last name is Goof, but his son is, his last name is Goof.
Yeah, Max Goof.
Where does he get his last name?
Mrs. Goof. He took her last name.
Well, Goofy's name is... they got married just because it was like, well, we both got Goof in our name. It's just kind of meant to be.
No, he just wanted his name to be Goofy Goof.
Yeah.
I guess in a Goofy movie, he never really gets called by a first name as much. He gets called Dad.
Or Mr. Goof.
Yeah, Mr. Goof. Pete calls him Goof. No, Goofy's the dog. Goofy's not a cow. His, like, yeah, like, Clarabelle is a cow. He has a thing with Clarabelle in
Yeah.
little cartoons, but he is a dog.
Yes.
Goofy's a dog.
Nobody was arguing that with you.
DMN is. He's saying Goofy's a
Oh.
cow. He is not a cow.
Oh.
Goofy's a-
DMN, look it up online. What are you doing saying all these lies, starting rumors?
Goofy is a dog.
He's an anthropomorphic dog.
Goofy's a widower. Yeah, Goofy's like, because I think in Extremely Goofy movie they kind of have to address that because he has a thing with the librarian, and it's like, yeah, his wife's dead. Can anyone explain Pluto then? Nope. Nope, nobody
I
can.
will try to. Hold on, let me look up
I
Pluto.
think Pluto's actually a sentient, but he chooses to be that way.
Why am I getting asked so many things about Goofy today? Because Nate was asking me a bunch of...
Because all you say is like 4 hours about Goofy movie.
Okay,
people,
so
people bring this to me.
You're the Goofy movie expert, and that's all you are.
I'm
The
not going to
Wikipedia-
deny this.
the Wikipedia for Goofy says that he's specifically an anthropomorphic dog, but the Wikipedia for Pluto says that he's a dog.
Yes.
So they're the
Pluto's-
same species, but one
But-
of them is
Pluto's not anthropomorphic, yeah.
yeah.
So for some reason, Goofy is just like more evolved or something. Like somewhere down the line, they split. It's really fascinating.
Wait. Something with other animals and
Pluto kind of looks like the Scream.
Well, I think the only other example you can think of is like they have like birds and stuff in nature in Disney things, but then they do have like bird characters like Donald Duck.
it's like in the earlier episodes of Pokemon, there was clearly like fish there. Like,
Yeah.
normal fish.
Yeah, for a while they were like, here's some non-Pokemon animals, and everybody's like, wait, so they've got regular animals on top of the Pokemon? And they were like, never mind, forget about that.
That made no sense, because then they could easily just say, "Oh, that's what they eat for food." But no, that'd be like, "Oh,
We eat the Pokemon. Can I just
yeah.
talk about? Can I just talk about how in the second generation where they were like, there was a black market for harvesting slowpoke tails
Yeah,
for people to
but-
eat?
yeah,
That's
in
messed up.
The one in France, you go to a restaurant and they actually serve you like food from like Pokemon, like the slowpoke tail is served as well. So, yeah, your character definitely eats Pokemon food.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they eat Magikarp, for sure.
Yeah.
Because what else are you gonna do with Magikarp, honestly?
True.
Let's see.
Are we wrapping up?
We probably
I'm
should.
done over here.
We probably
Yeah.
should. I'm still going, but like I'm just gonna keep going off stream. I'm gonna finish this
yeah.
tonight for sure because I'm close, but I probably got like another hour on this. Let me
I
finish.
got 2
applying.
Space Mouse.
Those
How-
look awesome.
How many are left?
Oh god, the stuff I bought for Stargrave is way too much. These Counterblast astronauts, I probably have maybe 3 or 4 more. They're all different. Like there's the lizard. This one is a human. There's a tiger, and then there's kind of the classic little alien, like the stout alien with the long skinny head that has like the sort of tall bubble helmet sort of character.
Okay. So how are you telling me that these are not like vet collars? They're all animals.
They're vet collars.
Yeah.
Oh, they're collar. Oh, like, yeah. I don't know. Maybe they have a master owner. They just have a master that has trained them to fight in
It's
space.
weird.
Like they're all Space Marines, but they have an Alvin.
Yeah. So what's upcoming here? Streamland.
What is coming up in Streamland? Kind of the regular thing. We're doing On the Anvil next Wednesday, as well as Hobby Hang next Thursday. Wednesdays On the Anvil is going to be special. We're going to have Jim and Prue from WebDM on to talk about DM tips and like encounter design and stuff, and talk about the Kickstarter that just launched. So it's gonna be a guest interview episode next week.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah. that's basically that's basically it.
What about on Thursday though?
Thursday we got the hobby hang.
There you go.
That's I already said that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, just pay attention.
How you doing, Mace?
Yeah.
I'm great.
Yeah, good.
I'm tired. I'm great.
Awesome. Well, hey, everyone, thank you for hanging. I appreciate it. Thanks for Toby for the surprise entrance.
Yeah.
And we'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.